Scotland just installed their most advanced tidal energy turbine, calling it a breakthrough in clean renewable power. But what they're not telling you is what's happening on the ocean floor. I bet you didn't know that sustainable energy is creating environmental disasters that make fossil fuels look harmless. And the real kicker? We could have had truly clean, unlimited energy over 100 years ago. Here's what the green energy industry desperately doesn't want you to discover. Scotland's O2 tidal turbine sits 115 feet underwater, generating 2 megawatts of power. But marine biologists are finding devastating changes to the seafloor ecosystem. The massive concrete foundations and spinning turbine blades have turned thriving underwater habitats into barren zones. Fish migration patterns have completely changed. And the constant low-frequency noise is disrupting marine mammal communication across miles of ocean. But that's nothing compared to what's happening on land. Wind turbines across America slaughter 681,000 birds every single year. That includes 83,000 hunting birds like hawks, eagles, and owls. Bats have it worse. 888,000 die annually, many from internal bleeding caused by pressure changes from the spinning blades. Each turbine requires 30 to 40 truckloads of concrete for its foundation, and concrete production is the third largest source of greenhouse gas emissions globally. At end of life, those massive fiberglass blades become permanent landfill waste with no recycling solution available. Solar panels might look clean on your roof, but their manufacturing process is an environmental nightmare. Creating solar panels requires toxic chemicals like hydrofluoric acid, sodium hydroxide, and sulfuric acid. The manufacturing process produces 300 times more toxic waste per unit of energy than nuclear power. By 2050, we'll have 10 million tons of solar panel waste with no viable recycling infrastructure. Hydroelectric dams don't just generate power, they've driven entire salmon species toward extinction. The Columbia River system has lost 13 salmon runs since major dam construction began. Worldwide, hydroelectric projects have displaced over 80 million people from their homes, often indigenous communities who lived sustainably for generations. Here's the ultimate irony. We're destroying the environment to save it. Birds massacred by the millions, toxic waste buried in landfills, entire ecosystems wiped out, all in the name of clean energy. 681,000 birds dead, 888,000 bats dead, 13 salmon species extinct, 80 million people displaced, 10 million tons of toxic waste. This is what they call sustainable. But here's what really happened. Nikola Tesla had wireless power transmission working at Wardenclyffe Tower by 1901. He could light bulbs wirelessly from miles away and transmit electricity through the Earth itself. So why don't we have it? When financier J.P. Morgan realized you can't put a meter on wireless energy, you can't charge people for free power, he pulled funding and destroyed Tesla's research. When Tesla died in 1943, the FBI immediately seized all his papers. 20 trunks of his research remain classified to this day. Instead of free, clean energy that works with nature, we got this. Industrial-scale environmental destruction marketed as salvation. The green energy industry has convinced the world that environmental destruction is environmental protection. They've buried Tesla's vision of truly clean power for over a century. Want to know the full story of what Tesla discovered and why it threatens every energy company on Earth? Subscribe now, that deep dive is coming next. What other revolutionary technologies are they hiding from us? Hit that notification bell to find out.